The other big story tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been sentenced to more than 4 years in prison for prostitution-related offenses. Critics are calling for him to pay more for his crimes, but a South Florida legal expert believes the star will serve a lot less time. CBS News Miami's Larry Seward is live from Diddy's Star Island home in Miami Beach. And Larry, that expert says Combs' star power helped his case?
Yes, Lauren, a former federal prosecutor said Diddy had to show the court that he changed. Combine that behavior with the best legal team that his money could buy, the star could be home behind those gates behind me in half the time ordered. Moved to tears, defense lawyers asked a judge to give Sean Diddy Combs a second chance. They shared this 12-minute video showing a family man, philanthropist, and mentor before Diddy's federal conviction for prostitution-related charges. Then in court, Combs opened his mouth with words that former federal prosecutor David Weinstein says led to less prison time than critics want.
I think that went a long way with the judge.
In July, jurors found the music mogul guilty of crimes involving 2 ex-girlfriends, Cassie Ventura and another woman who testified as Jane. Sex trafficking and racketeering charges threatened to send Combs to prison for life. But Combs' lawyers convinced jurors otherwise.
Racketeering sex trafficking cases are like fire-breathing dragons, and he slayed the dragon.
Still, a jury found the 55-year-old guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Prosecutors wanted him in prison for 11 years. But in court during sentencing, Combs spoke for 12 minutes, claiming to be, quote, sick on drugs, out of control, while saying that he makes, quote, no excuse because I knew better, and, quote, my domestic violence will be a heavy burden that I will have to carry, end quote. It did not sway victims or their attorney.
He argued today, the defense, that he is a different man today, now that he's no longer on drugs. That may be true, but he still has to pay the consequences of what he did when he was addicted.
The 4-year sentence given is hardly what it seems. He gets credit for time served, could enter an addiction program for extra time off, and will spend the last 6 months of his sentence in a halfway house. With that, Weinstein believes Diddy will serve just 2 more years in prison. Weinstein credits Diddy's legal team and the star's behavior in court.
He had a chance to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, and people who are like Diddy is, somebody who's an A personality, who knows that he thinks he knows how to control people and control the room. I think it was hard for them to get him to understand that he needed to turn that down a notch. He needed to show some acceptance of responsibility.
Diddy's lawyers will appeal that sentence. They told the court Diddy has 2 speaking engagements booked in nearby Miami next week, and they hope that he'd be released to be there. Meanwhile, Weinstein says Diddy's words in court will be used in appeals court to make sure he stays in prison. We're live on Star Island tonight. Larry Seward, CBS News, Miami.